Hello everyone and welcome back to the Raven block here at Derpathon. This time we're running Turok 3 Shadow of Oblivion. Originally on the N64, this was the Night Dive remaster. And little side note, I was one of the QA testers for this game. So anyway, let's get started here. New game, and we're playing the Raptor category. So we select that save slot and then easy. Skip this cutscene. And here's our character select. These are the two story characters. This is Joshua, who was protagonist of Turok 2, is unlocked after beating the game, along with our speedy boy here, the Raptor, and that is who we're going to play today. So, timing starts as soon as we confirm. I didn't do a countdown, sorry. Anyway, so, along with our calls here, we have a limited selection of weapons. The devs decided to start us out with the Razor Wind, which is one of the most powerful weapons in the game, which you'll see why. We just like melt right through a couple bosses' health. So to start, we're just gonna grab this key and go into the doggos, hopefully, into the tunnel here. Then we're gonna run into this guy named Otto. If you have subtitles on, it says Otto.
Follow me!
Normally there's a dialogue
right
exchange, but the Raptor just stares menacingly, and the man decides to help.
Hurry, we can get up to this.
And then gets eaten. The cue to jump is whenever the legs drop. And there we go. So, being that the Raptor has access to every character's route, we choose the most optimal.
Yeah. They're all over! Get away!
And
oh, get away!
the way I selected was Danielle's route. Right. Oh, I went to the wrong... Nope, I had the right side the first time. So along with the Razor Wind, we also start with our gadgets first. So we get both Joseph's gadgets as well as Danielle's gadgets. I'm going to take the fastest route, which of course is the grappling hook. Down into the sewers. We're going to drop straight down. We don't want to... The more optimal way for every other character is to strafe run, but if because we're going so fast, we can actually hit the pipe there and die from fall damage, so you don't want to do that. Alright, spamming jump up the ladders, and just for safety I'm going to grab some health as soon as this cutscene ends. So in the original game, those two were actually civilians, and there was no mech here, but I guess Night Dive decided, wait, this city should be under lockdown because there's martial law. Why don't we just replace them with police officers? And yeah, that's why they changed that. So we're gonna get on top of that sign and make our way down into the sewer, or I'm sorry, the subway. We're gonna take the most optimal route to avoid getting hit by the tram here. Just wait on the railing. And then where that one life force token is a little bit in the air, we're going to jump right there. And that is actually an invisible platform to get on the train early. Right. Dodging all the striders and the doggos. There we go, stop the train. And now we're just going to head back to where we actually started the level. But the way to the top of the building was broken off, and so we've like taken this long way around to get back up there. And for our first boss, we're gonna fight like a. So the main antagonist is known as Oblivion, and he's like taking control of something and corrupted it, and our first boss is going to be a police gunship, which we're going to take out very quickly with the Razor Wind, because we shouldn't have access to this weapon yet. And there we go. Down it goes. Alright, Chapter 2, Military Base. This introduces one of the most annoying enemies in this game, is these troopers.
Stop right there!
They're super aggressive and very... Their animation is so robotic looking. They're just kind of unsettling.
All security forces, full red alert.
Stop right there! Stop right there!
Alright, so the most optimal way through here is to jump on these boxes. Every other character, well, with the exception of Joshua, has to go around and up the ladders. Grab a keycard there. There really isn't a whole lot going on with this speedrun. There's not a whole lot of tech. If I were to suggest, if anyone wants to get into Turok speedrunning, start with this game. It's by far the easiest to get into.
Stop right there!
The warhead has been disarmed. Unauthorized personnel detected.
So right now we're just turning off this self-destruct sequence. There's like this is a missile silo, and someone decided it would be a good idea to set off a self-destruct. So we've got to go deactivate each one.
The warhead has been disarmed.
2 more to go. And just because you turn off all 4 doesn't mean you're done yet. There's
The warhead has been disarmed.
a main switch you gotta throw.
Been disarmed.
Gotta go into the command center and flip the main
Self-destruct
switch.
sequence deactivated.
To the right target. Over.
Now we just go the way we head in. Skip this cutscene. It says restart level. It's really restart map. So that just allows us to skip through that cutscene. Dark Hanger. We're gonna turn on our what one of the characters refers to as night vision goggles. In fact, the meme is we like to repeat is cool night vision goggles. They're thermal goggles. I mean, look at this. There's heat signatures and everything. But you know, Joseph is 16 and he doesn't know any better. So we do that little skip that only the Raptor can do because of his speed and his height that he can jump. And surprisingly, my health is doing all right, but just for a bit of marathon safety, like I think during my practice runs, I was down to like consistently down to below 10 health. But I'm still gonna play it safe and go under here and grab this full heal. And then we're gonna face off against the Zephyus, which is the genus name for dolphin. I don't know about you guys, but this thing looks nothing like a dolphin. So unfortunately, we can't throw the Razor Wind and get it to pass through the model like pretty much everything else. That hard shell is keeping it, blocking it from doing max damage. So instead, we're just throwing for the eye. One more hit. Should nope, not quite. Oh, he blocked him. Jerk. There we go. Be sure to dodge those because they. That was scary. That projectile behaves just like the Razor Wind. It'll do damage as it passes through the character model, the same way the Razor Wind does damage. So, you want to dodge those at all costs. Even on easy mode, they will tank your health. Okay, so Chapter 3 has... I said earlier this run was very easy. Chapter 3 actually has one pretty difficult trick. And we'll be coming up on that on the next map. I'm sorry, not this map, but the one right after this one. Gotta kill Donkey Kong here, just rolled right at us. There we go. Use the trigger to open up this side. And we got another one here to kill. trying to get that health. I'm getting blocked. These are not friendly raptors. They're not happy to see us. They're all after us. Okay. Unskippable cutscene right there. Open over the box. In fact, I'm going to take these things out. Like that'll help a little bit. They can cause some issues. We want to delay killing this guy because that causes another one up top to spawn. In fact, there he is right there running up the ramp. And we're going to use this guy for this skip here. Now, even with practice, I still have trouble with this trick, so hopefully we can get this pretty quick. That was almost there. Come on. There we go. This looks good. And come on, let me through. Spamming jump. There we go. Unfortunately, that cutscene still plays. Normally, you're supposed to be there before you raise the water level. Otherwise, that would not open up for us. I'm gonna grapple up there, get our health, and then pick up our firestorm cannon, which we're gonna use a bit later. Because once again, for the boss, we're going to just like that. The trick here is to get him on all four corners and then isolate him in the middle. So we're closing off each of these pipes that he comes out of. One more to go after this. He has considerably more health when he's in the middle. And for some reason the sludge there hurts us, so we can't do like all the others and get on top of it. So just a couple throws and he's down. Now, for anyone who's played Turok 1, or seen a speedrun of Turok 1, this will look very familiar. This is the first level. Or at least the start of it. Skip that cutscene. Get shot by that guy. It doesn't matter which character you're on, how fast you're going, that guy hiding in the bushes will always shoot you. His aim is impeccable. Oops. Ran right over the stuff. So yeah, I have the minigun out just because it's really accurate. Except when its user is not very proficient in aiming. Using the slopes here to give us a little boost when we jump off of it. And instead of throwing a switch here, like normal, I'm going to ride the waterfall down. I didn't get it, but thankfully we can just restart the map. Okay, I'm jumping a little too soon. There we go. Skip through that. And we're going to get our upgrade to the grenade launcher, which is the RPG. I'm going to top myself off here. So this switch, and then aim right here to kill the guy through the floor. That will cause this warlord to come out. We used to be able to kill him in the cutscene, but they patched it out. He used to run like straight off and then fall in. It was hilarious, but it doesn't work anymore. So instead, we just jump over his head and then back. And as a raptor shoot an RPG, very carefully. just has detachable claws. He replaces them with human hands, and that's how he's able to use weapons. Alright, because of our speed and height, we can get across here. No other character can. Other characters have to boost off of those enemies' heads to get up there, but the raptor could just jump straight across. Alright, put the scepter down. Alright, next trick coming up after we get through this little pyramid area. This was a trick that was very hard to pull off in the remaster when we were playtesting it, but the thing about Night Dive is they want to preserve games as they were. So what I did was I showed the lead programmer a clip of the actual speedrun on the N64 hardware, the speedrun strat, and he said, okay, I'll change it. And so he sped it up the track on so that this trick can work in the remaster. So thank you, Kaiser, for doing that. Originally, it didn't lock on that quickly. Shoot the little lava nipple right there. I missed it. There we go. So I intentionally missed with the Razor Wind so that it would have more frames to go through the boss's model, and it did max damage. It just melted right through his health bar. We want to get underneath this because there's no collision. I did it too soon. I got impatient. There we go. I'm going to play this a little bit safe and go up this first step because this jump is very tight, even for the raptor. The raptor can normally just jump across that whole gap, but I played it safe. Wait for the message. Okay, this is the final chapter, the most boring chapter of all. A lot of samey hallways. Unfortunately, as the raptor, we can do this trick very easily. Other characters have a lot of trouble with it. It's quite risky to fall down there in the lava and get out. Go through here and then cut this corner. Just grabbing that just so I can have it. There is a trick I didn't really practice that involves using the cerebral bore. It doesn't save a whole lot of time, so I didn't really. When I was practicing three games, I just only concerned myself with getting a decent time. I didn't practice the most super optimal stuff like that. But there is a trick involving using the one of the upgrades here for the cerebral bore, where it takes control of the enemy and you can back out of it or set it off early, and then it'll reset your jump and you'll get way more height out of it. If you look up some of the records, you can see it in action, but it's pretty gnarly how you can do it. Okay, most boring map in the entire game, because we just sit here on this barge and do nothing. In an older patch, you could actually just get up and go AFK, because these guys in here have Stormtrooper aim and they will not hit you. Except for the raptor, because of his tail, they can't actually hit you. But in this patch, you either need to jump around or take them out. The minigun is super accurate, so we just pop all their heads like that. And we don't really have to worry about it. Also, you may be wondering, why did you just play on the old patch where they couldn't hit you? Well, it's because the barge moved way slower. Like, they sped it up tremendously. This thing was just a snail's face. It was unbearable. Alright. And we're coming up on the end. I'm gonna play it a little bit safe, and normally you would like jump as soon as possible, but I'm playing it safe. Get the elevator up, and as soon as I get enough clearance, I jump down and get that ammo. Okay, staging area has got a major skip for the Raptor. Some other characters can do it, but Raptor's got it easy. All he needs to do is, well, for one, not drop off of the ladder like that. Aim right about there, and then jump midair. There we go, across that gap. Those dudes out. Again, no collision on the bottom, so I'm jumping through it. Because ideally what that's doing is it's bonking your head, and that causes the elevator to go back up. And so that just allows us to ride up instantly without having to wait on it. And we don't bother killing any of these enemies in here because they just spawn more. But we take out that guy, another one will just spawn and get in our way. All right, now for the boss, Oblivion. We're gonna sit here and wait for him to punch us 3 times. There's 2 animations we're looking for here. That's not what we want. That's bad. When he claps his hands together, we cannot hurt him. There we go. That's the animation. When he does prayer hands, we can hurt him. If you're going for world records, this fight can absolutely troll you. He can clap his hands together like 10 times in a row, and you won't be able to hurt him, and you'll lose so much time. How that first shot missed. How is it missing? Okay. Are we maxed out on ammo? One more phase. Just clappy hands again. See, this seems to actually manipulate him if we move around. Unfortunately, now I'm far away from the door. But yeah, when you get like him when he claps his hands together like multiple times in a row, it's infuriating. All right, this final area we can just jump straight over. For other characters, especially Danielle, who's the slowest character, this is a nerve check. Because that is a scary jump, and if you fall and die, you'll have to start out this back from the where you killed Oblivion, and that takes quite a bit of time. Right? And we're just gonna sprint. So actually, what happened was whenever I took out Oblivion, the head curled away, and it infected Joshua from Turok 2, and we got to put down Joshua again.
Joshua.
There we go. And that is time. So 23:51, but we go off of IGT, so I am going to skip through this. And we're going to check here. Final time was 23:30. So that's our IGT. Not a single death, so that's pretty decent. And that's it for Turok 3. So I'll see you all again for the next game, Power Slave Exhumed. And that'll be it for me for Derpathon.